Welcome back, Bridgewater College Education 450 students. In this screencast, we're going to learn how to add artifacts or items to our in-tasks tabs on our online portfolio. We have 10 tabs in all that represent the 10 in-task standards, and under each of these you are expected to upload artifacts or documents that show that you possess these 10 standards. So I'm going to go first to the Planning for Instruction tab. I have it over here. Let's click on it, and you'll notice that I've already made some changes to this page. I use the same kind of skills that you learned in the previous screencast on how to add text and pictures to my page. So let me review how I did that. What I did was I went to View and turned Edit on. I clicked on the tab that I wanted to add something to, and I went to Text Layout, and I chose the item that had text on the left and media on the right. I then pasted in or typed in the text that I wanted here, as well as the title up here. And notice up here I'm indicating that the title, Planning for Instruction, is in-task standard number 7, and here I'm telling what in-task standard number 7 is all about. I also added a picture, and I should tell you that every picture that you upload to your LiveBinders site needs to be reduced in file size. There's a screencast that shows you how to take a picture and reduce it in file size, and you need to do that. Otherwise, the picture that you upload to your portfolio might be so big that the viewer only sees a small percent of the photo, not the part that you want them to see. So make sure you learn how to shrink the file size of your pictures before you upload them to LiveBinders. I'm going to assume that you know how to set up a page like this, and again, this is exactly the same thing that I did on the About Me page, which you can get from the previous screencast if you have an issue with that. What I would like to do here is to add a sub-tab. So I'm going to click on Tabs, and I'm going to add a sub-tab. And this sub-tab is going to be a lesson plan. After all, a lesson plan would demonstrate to the viewer that I have the skills required in planning for instruction. I'm also going to go to Text Layout, and again I'm going to choose that same two-sided format. Now the reason is, on the left-hand side, what I want to do is to give a rationale for why I'm including this artifact. What there is that's special about this document that I'm including in my portfolio. Your viewers are going to want to know, why is it you included this? So here's some text. Remember, I probably want to make that larger, so I'll choose a larger font size for it, maybe the 24 font size for it. And I'll do the same thing for my title up here. I'll call this Slope Lesson Plan. And I'll make sure that its font size is the same as the other one, which was 24. So let's check on it. Here it is. Okay. And now I need to actually upload my lesson plan, which is a PDF file, to the right-hand side of the page. So I'm going to choose Upload File. I'm going to browse. In my Documents folder, I have a folder called Portfolio Files, and inside there I have several items, including my lesson plan for Slope. So let's open it, and now let's come down and say Upload. And sure enough, now I've got my Slope Lesson Plan sub-tab set up to where a person can come and view my lesson plan online. When I save, and then remember how we check this out, we close the Edit menu, go up to View, and under View we come down to Present. So we're looking at this the same way that a viewer would. I'll click on my Planning for Instruction tab. Here's my sub-tab on Lesson Plan. I click on it, and it states why I chose this particular artifact. Here's my lesson plan, and the viewer can view this, can make it larger if they want to see it, and so forth, in a larger font. Or for that matter, they could download it if they wanted to. That's the nice thing about having this uploaded in the format that it is. So I've added a sub-tab called Lesson Plan that has in it my first artifact for an in-task standard. You need to include artifacts for every in-task standard that's on your online portfolio site. Let me add another one. Let's go to the Assessment tab. Here I've chosen some clip art, just to be humorous on this, and I want to add a subtab here. So I'll turn editing on. I want to make sure I go back to that same page, which was here. I want to go to the tab menu, and I want to add a subtab. And my subtab here is going to be Sample Quiz. I have a quiz that I've stored on my Documents folder that I want to upload now. But before I do so, I'm going to go to Text Layout, and I'm going to choose this item, which allows me to type in the text. This is a sample quiz given in an Algebra 1 class. I created this quiz when I taught the mini lesson on slope during my field experience. If you're uploading a paper from a class, again, you want to tell what class you are uploading this from, why you chose this particular artifact. So we're going to call this Sample Quiz. And now I need to upload the file. So I'll choose Upload File. I'll browse for it. That quiz that I'm going to look for is right here. I'll open, upload. And there it is. Here's my quiz that I have now uploaded under the Assessment tab of my online portfolio. I'm going to add a couple more items and then show you what the product is beginning to look like. Okay, I've added a few more subtabs. For example, under Instructional Strategies, I've added a subtab about a class PowerPoint. Now notice that when I click on this PowerPoint, it does not pop right up. And in fact, it says please click on the link above to download. Remember that this is not a PDF, so it doesn't come up immediately. This is an example of a document that would have to be downloaded in order to be viewed. Likewise, the Smartboard lesson does not immediately show. But at the bottom of the screen, there's a box that says, do you want to open or save this file? And a person could save it. I did include a note up here in my text that in order to view it, they had to have notebook software installed on their computer. So I've added a couple of instructional strategy items, subtabs, under my instructional strategies. I also added under the About Me section a subtab on the child abuse and neglect training that's required by the state of Virginia. Here I have the actual certificate that I was awarded for having completed the required training. And I've included that, as you must include on your LiveBinders, showing that you have this item behind you. Well, you need to know that this LiveBinders is not nearly complete yet. There are many subtabs that I need to add, many artifacts that I need to upload. For example, if I go into learner development, you'll see that I haven't explained what learner development is. I haven't included any artifacts yet, that is subtabs for this particular topic. You'll need to have subtabs, that is artifacts, for all 10 of the InTask standards. I would suspect that for many of them you'll want to have multiple documents uploaded. All of these documents should tell the person that you are a qualified teacher and that they would be wise to hire you. I hope you have a good time developing your online portfolio, and I know that the final product will be something that you'll be proud of and that hopefully will enable you to get a job in our wonderful profession. Thanks.